and welcome back. So today is my 2 weeks, 1 palette update, whatever you want to call this. For the last 2 weeks, I've been using the Monarch palette by VonD, and this is a stunning palette. It's absolutely beautiful. But I'm just kind of like, I'm really realizing that I don't love neutral palettes. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just like bored with them. I get bored with them easily. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't really know even what to say. So let me just go over some of my favorite shadows. This one right here, it's a cream with a little bit of glitter specks in it. This is like the most basic cream ever. It's amazing for blending out, going on my brow bone. Totally okay with that. This orange is freaking stunning. If I could have just this shade out of this palette, I would be 100% okay with that. Like, I wore this and somebody was like, "You've got the bluest eyes I've ever seen." I kind of laughed like, well, I think it's the orange eyeshadow. Love this color. I would describe it maybe as like a rusty orange. I need to see if I have something that comes even like remotely close to it. What else? In my crease today is this one, and it's just kind of like meh. It reminds me of, I think I have like a matte color, maybe malt. I do like it. It's nothing super special. And I'm wearing this one right here on my inner corner. This one's a little bit harder to work with. It doesn't, the pigmentation doesn't show up very much. And everything else is just kind of blah. This one is all right. It's nothing too crazy. This, I don't know, what is the name of that one? Papilla. It is a little bit hard to blend out, and I found that I got a ton of fallout whenever I use this shade. Same with this one, which is probably one of the more unique ones, but it reminds me a little bit of Custom in my Tamana palette. So much fallout that I had to get my Bioderma and like wipe underneath my, wherever you get fallout, you know? I don't know, I'm just kind of underwhelmed with this palette. I know that this black is like one of the blacks. I know that this black is one of the best blacks like ever made. It's ridiculously pigmented. And this one right here in this quad is kind of a cool shade, but it's also just a somewhat boring brown. It's a good palette. I'm really glad that I picked it up. But I think after using it for 2 weeks, I'm just like ridiculously bored by it. I asked my daughter if she wanted it and she got like really excited. So I think I'm just going to hand it over to her. I had to force myself to use it for these last 2 weeks. Not like use it every single day. I haven't had a problem with that. But I forced myself to choose it, and I think I did that because I wasn't too sure if I even liked this palette enough to want to keep it. So since my kid, she's 13, she only has the Lorac Pro 3, which is like really rosy tone, and she has some of the ColourPop single press shadows. I think I'm just going to give this to her. I think she would really enjoy it, and it's kind of like a cool palette for a 13-year-old to have. So as much as I kind of sort of enjoyed it, I'm kind of over it too. I did find that I did not like how my eyeshadow looked until about 45 minutes to an hour after I applied it. Once it had settled and just kind of was done, that's when I thought that my eyeshadow looked the best. I did find or experience some fading. Like, I did touch up my eye look today. I was at work for 7-8 hours and nothing super strenuous, and I had to touch up my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna declutter it, pass it on to my kid. I think she will thoroughly enjoy this, and she will be like the coolest out of all of her friends with this Kat Von D palette. That said, I am super stoked to get back into my Tamana palette. I really have missed this. I discovered too that if I take sangria, which is that maroon color, and I take Can't Stop, Don't Stop by MAC, one of their Dazzle shadows. Oh my gosh. It turns into like the coolest purpley glitter. I don't know. I really love this, and I'm like, ooh, I want to do that on my eyes so bad. Yes. I cannot wait to use these two together. Yep. So this is what my palette looks like right now. I'm going to just work on this now for the next 2 weeks. This is my Pan That palette for 2017. If you have any color combinations that you want to see me do, I know that Amber F suggested Venezia and Sangria, and it should be like a duochrome. You know what? Let's actually swatch that together right now. Put Venezia down first, and then Sangria. Ooh, that's cool. It kind of looks like a bruise, but it's really pretty. So that's Venezia and Sangria mixed together. That was really pretty. I'm gonna have to mix those two together this week as well. Yep. All right, I'm not gonna tell you any goals that I have because I don't know as of right now what I wanna accomplish with this palette for the next 2 weeks. I'm a little bit wordy because I have not filmed in like what seems like forever. I will say though that if I can get blush, like half of that gone, I will be stoked. I'm getting a little bit tired of using blush. And other than that, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay tuned after this for some quick pictures of my eyeshadow that I did using this palette. And if I find that I miss it, I can always go steal it back from my kid. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye.
There we go. I don't know, I'm just kind of underwhelmed with this palette. I know that this black is like one of the blacks. I know that this black is one of the best blacks like ever made. It's ridiculously pigmented.